Hello, everyone. Good day. I am John David Moncada, and I will be presenting the research study titled Institutionalizing Science Writing as a Form of Science Communication in the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines. I am a faculty, by the way. I'm with the Department of Technology Communication Management here in USTP Cagayan de Oro campus. So to continue, um, science communication, as defined, it's the popularization of science in a manner that it is understandable, it is accessible, and that science is usable to non-experts. One of the forms of science communication is a science writing, and science communication actually belongs to and is an important enterprise for educational institutions such as USTP. During the third quarter cluster coordination meeting, where USTP was a participant of last August 4, 2022, and this meeting was initiated by NOMCARD, or Northern Mindanao Consortium for Agriculture, Aquatic and Natural Resources Research and Development. It underscored the need to institutionalize science communication. But influencing policymakers in the academe, such as USTP, about the importance of the practice of science communication, like science writing, can be a challenge. Publication of science related write ups in USTP is not regular. Uh, this research, uh, therefore, was conducted to create awareness of the relevance of science writing as a form of science communication to USTP. This investigation was conducted in the light of the Space for Science project that the researcher would like to propose to be the institutional unit that is in charge with science writing as a form of science communication in USTP. To institutionalize science communication through the Space for Science in USTP means that science communication will become an integral and sustainable part of and a standard practice in the university. This research study uh, use the framework awareness phase of the service institutionalization process, and as well as the evidence-based science communication. Now, as to the methodology of the research study, the research design is descriptive, quantitative, and that the research setting, it was conducted here in USTP, and that there are 335 students that served as respondents of this study, and these students were enrolled during the second semester of the academic year 2021-2022. Now, as to the instrumentation, the researcher made use of a validated researcher-made questionnaire. And the sampling technique of this research study, it made use of the proportional stratified random sampling. The researcher gathered the data by asking first endorsement from various offices here in the university, and then it conducted the survey. As to the data analysis and the statistical treatment of this research study, it made use of the descriptive statistics. Now, as to the results and discussion of the research study, the level of relevance of science communication in the form of science writing to USTP is actually high. And as to the relevance or the level of relevance of science communication in the form of science writing to developing a culture of research and innovation in USTP, the level is also high, and that the respondents actually agreed that science writing is relevant to developing a culture of research and innovation in USTP. Majority of the respondents, that's 67.8%, have not read a science-related article that was written and published by USTP. Only 32% of the respondents have actually read a science-related article written and published by USTP. A major reason why those respondents who have actually read a science-related article that USTP wrote and published on its platforms is because they find the topic interesting. Now, a major reason of those respondents who did not or have not read a science-related article is the absence of information about the existence of such articles. The respondents who have actually read a science related article by USTP agreed on three of the five indicators, and they were neutral with the other two. These indicators were indicators saying that these articles are accessible, understandable, and usable. So, in general, the respondents agreed on on these indicators, which means that the level of science popularization in USTP based on the science-related articles is high. The science related issues that USTP students find interesting to read include science related issues such as climate change and the commitment of concerned parties to addressing climate change. Although, in general, they agreed to all of the 12 current science related issues. Now, as to the medium through which USTP students would like to access science related articles, they prefer to access science related articles through online media. And the social media is the most preferred among the online media. The medium format of a science related article preferred by USTP students, they have agreed to all of the media formats, ask of them to choose from, but then they have a very high preference for the video format, and then it is followed by the infographics, and then by photos, and then illustrations. As to the summary, conclusion, and recommendation, the level of relevance of science communication in the form of science writing to USTP as an academic institution is high. Its level of relevance is high as well in terms of developing a culture of research and innovation in the university. And then the level of science popularization in USTP based on those science related articles written and published by USTP is high. But majority of the students have not read science related articles written and published by USTP because they did not know that such articles actually are being written and being published in USTP. The minority of the students who have actually read these articles said that they did so because they find the topics of these articles interesting. Science issues wise, the students said that they are interested to read about climate change with a preference for social media as platform and video as the format. The level of science writing skills of the authors of the previously written science related articles can still be improved. So USTP can better engage the students with science related articles by taking note of their interest in climate change, and of their preferences for the social media and video as the media format. USTP then should intentionally pursue institutionalizing science writing as a form of science communication, considering the evidences gathered in this research study and the significance of the practice of science communication and its implication to the fulfillment of the tri-functions of the university. So a training on science writing can then be provided for by the proposed Space for Science unit. So a research study that is similar to this research study can be conducted with researchers and scientists in the university as respondents that will look into their science communication activities, especially on social media, and that will gauge their competency in science writing. So this is again John David Omancada, my advisor, Angeli Pizarro-Monsanto. I've presented to you the research study titled Institutionalizing Science Writing as a Form of Science Communication in the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines. So thank you so much for listening. Have a good day.